If you own a private practice, if you're a healthcare provider, if you wanna change the world and make people healthier, which is I believe that is your mission statement, if it's not just about doing what you do, but you wanna impact their whole life, and if you could do it for more people who really appreciated it, who wanted it, and you had that opportunity, you would do it all day, every day. I've talked about that before. And so you're in the right place, patients and clients are in the right place, but sometimes we're not communicating the same way. So I'm going to teach you how to talk to them in a different language that's going to be so foreign and unique. Not. It's so simple. We're making things harder than what they are. But we want to motivate people to get where they need to where they first of all, there's certain levels. I want them to call or text, come in, make an appointment, that's the first step. That's the first motivator. So when anything I'm talking about in my marketing isn't getting them all the way to the end, it's just getting them to the first yes. So if this was a date, this isn't, we're not putting out on a billboard or a Tinder application, marry me. We're saying, hey, I'd like to just have a chance to meet you and show you what a great gal or guy I am and why this would be a fantastic opportunity if this is a fit for both of you. So we need to take this in bite-sized chunks. And so we need to be where they're at. We got to meet them with the conversation that's already going on in their brain. And they're waking up and they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about what's going on in their life. And we're going to go through what motivates them and what's not motivating them. And so if you've got this in your marketing, you're going to be behind the eight ball and we're going to talk about how to get over it. So if you're a private practice owner, this is what you need to pay attention to. So I'm going to share screens. And if we start glitching, I will let you know. That might happen whenever I do these recordings live, but I'm okay with it. Don't worry about it as long as you can hear me. So if we want to talk about what motivates our clients, I can tell you what it's not motivating them. And no insult to injury here. It's not your fault. This is what you're doing. You didn't know. You're going to know better today. So they're not motivated by the kind of equipment you have. So if you bought a new fancy laser, you have a new procedure, you're using it as a reason for, but they're not coming in for that equipment. They're coming in for another reason. I'm going to talk to you about it, what this really solves. So it's not the equipment. So if you're advertising about you're the only one in this town that has this equipment, who effing cares? Okay? Who effing cares? That's not really what motivates them. That's what you're justifying it with. And when they say yes, they might justify at the end, but that's not what got him out of bed. Oh my gosh, I hope somebody has that laser today. That's not what motivates them. Your training. If you're the only person who can do this or you're an expert in this thing, it doesn't matter. And we'll put your degrees under that. It doesn't matter. That's not what's going to motivate them and get them through. So I'm going to get rid of that box. So what does motivate them? Well, your job is to get them from point A to B. And I already told you it's not your degrees. It's not the equipment. And it's not your training. These are what we call I should hope so. They in the back of their mind, honestly, they file this under I should hope so that you could do that. I should hope so you have that qualification. What motivates them faster than anything? I'm just going to erase all this because we know it's not that. So what is it? It's the conversations. I've already said it once in their head. So these are things they don't like. These are the pains. This is what we call them. People are more motivated to get away from pain, to run away from pain than move towards something for a better thing. If you are in, functional health, you understand this. We know when people eat healthier, that makes a difference. Insurance covers the broken stuff, not the healthy stuff. That is not what motivates them. So we've got to identify their pains to move them through. We need to talk in their pains and to get them to a pleasurable place. And so if their pains are their health is down, they got some bad test results. They're a dental patient, they've got ugly teeth. It could be physical pain in their body and their mouth. What other pains can we have? They have pains outside. If you can solve, let me just change this to a different color. These are objections. So if you can get over the pain of the time it takes to get this done and you can overcome it. The financial investment, because you've got to build the value why it's worth it. The convenience. I got to drive all the way over there, but you could do this virtually maybe for them, this particular procedure, or you can do all in one visit versus them making 4 or 5. If you can solve those, you're the cat's meow. So you're trying to get them over that bridge of the pain. That is where your marketing should focus. That's your messaging. So it shouldn't be a lovely, you're a great person. I know you have a lovely lab coat you might want to wear, but you need to be talking about how you can solve these pains. And I talk about them in first person or third person or second person this way. If you are suffering with low energy, waking up in the mornings with a headache, your lab test said you have high blood sugar and you're pre-diabetic, there is things we can do to make that go away. If you have ugly teeth and you don't want to go to that family reunion, in as easy as 2 visits, we can give you the smile of your dreams. Um, if you don't have if you're short on time, it goes back to the dental one. If you're short on time, you've always wanted to fix your teeth, but you don't have it's gonna take years, or you feel like it's gonna take years, we can get it done in 2 to 3 visits in our office. Another objection they might have is fear. So if you can treat them with sedation, if that is within your specialty, relaxation, um, their comfort. I know that's within your powers. That's stuff you do already, but you need to talk about it. And I think one of the easiest ways to do it is building it through a patient who's been through that, who had that objection of the time, money, or the convenience or fear, or that they had the high blood pressure and or high blood sugar, or they got awful test results, or they hate their teeth, whatever the case may be. These people are in your practice right now, and featuring them with permission, and that's what the healthcare is different than any other profession. How we can do it without HIPAA violations. Talk to others, because when we read the story about somebody else in similar experience and they thought it was too hard to do, it was something they were afraid of. Um, they didn't know if they could get through it. They didn't know if anyone could help it, and they found out you were the person that got them through that. It builds that connection for them. A third party saying, "Hey, this person solved it for me," has more value than your degrees or anything after your name. That's what I want for you. So I've got a resource to help you get through that. If you know what, just message me below and I will get you the right resource for your practice, and say, hey, I want to lean into these pains and how do I bring them up more? How can I alter what I'm doing now without having to start all over? Reach out to me. This is not a hard thing. We can take this in bite-sized pieces, and that's the first little piece for you. It will make a dramatic difference in your practice. So reach out to me, either direct message me or put a comment down below, and we will get it out to you. I'll send it to you in the messenger. You don't need to put your email down. You don't have to give me your first child, and I don't need a collateral for any of that. Just do that, and I will get it sent out to you, because this is a game changer in your life. It's a game changer in your practice, and I want you to have it too. So, let's get that in your hands.